Well, the Houston Police Department today finally issued their final report into one of its biggest scandals ever, the supervision of over 260,000 criminal cases because of a lack of manpower.
Today, over 6 months later, Interim Police Chief Larry Satterwhite presented the findings before the Houston City Council this morning as to how this all happened, and we streamed the presentation at click2houston.com. KPRC2 investigator Mario Diaz was there, and Mario, the Chief Satterwhite acknowledged that there was failure at the top for a number of years.
That's right, Keith. Satterwhite started his presentation by speaking to the issues of HPD being understaffed before ultimately admitting the entire leadership team at HPD missed the scandal time and time again. Satterwhite spoke for over an hour, taking several questions from council members as to how something like this could happen. A code that was not only implemented as policy in 2016, but one that Satterwhite admits officers were trained on in terms of how to use it. Satterwhite came clean early on to what KPRC2 Investigates reported months ago regarding the suspension of sex assault cases involving children. Afterwards, he and the mayor held a news conference where I asked Satterwhite about the two words he did not mention over his entire presentation to the city council. I'm sorry.
We failed here. I said that, and we did. And I said primarily it was that leadership.
Are you sorry, sir?
I am devastated about what happened.
Are you sorry, sir?
We all are sorry. We all are devastated. Nobody wants this. We need the trust.
Now, after Satterwhite spoke, Mayor John Whitmire, who went before the microphone earlier, decided to go before the microphone again, wanting to make one thing clear.
I want to clear something up. Mario, it did not happen on my watch. I'm in a cleanup mode, recovery, if you might say, from this crisis. But I apologize to the citizens of Houston. The city leadership and HPD leadership let them down.
Mayor Whitmire's right. It did not happen under his watch. But then minutes after the mayor spoke, Satterwhite came back. He wanted another crack at expressing his remorse to the city.
And by the way, I just want to follow up again. I thought I said it in about multiple ways. We, like the mayor, we hate what happened, and I'm, as a member of this department and now representing it, I am so sorry to an entire community of the city. It's so important that we have their trust. Nobody wanted this to happen, and we're fixing this.
Keep in mind, as Satterwhite says that nobody wanted this to happen, he did admit to the members of City Council during his presentation that, again, officers were trained on how to use this code. Now, coming up at 6 o'clock, you're going to hear more from the mayor and Satterwhite about a scandal that has left the department with this massive black eye. And you'll also hear from the interim chief about the status of an executive assistant chief who, as KPRC2 Investigates first reported in May, not only forced this investigation to be reopened, but also played a role in Chief Finner's abrupt retirement. Live in the newsroom, Mario Diaz, KPRC2 Investigates.